My mic was on and then I turned it off. That's crazy. That's insane. That's insane. Okay, basically all I was saying, when I pulled this up, I was just saying that this morning I I went to go summon on Alco's banner before I left. And I did a multi and I got the CE. I got the Castoria one. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. But you know what? Nah, just give me the Alco, dude. Just give me the Alco. And then I went to go do a second multi, and then I got this error message, and I was like, error message? I was like, oh man, did they finally get me? Are they like, you know what, ZTL, no more playing JPFGO? It was just that her banner went away. Because I forgot that her banner was supposed to leave. I thought I had more time, but they literally came up and just said, all right, buddy. All right, buddy. No, no more for that. No, no more of that. No more summoning on the Alco banner. You need to go summon on the Koyenskaya banner whenever that drops. Although I'm a little worried about it because, bro, can I say these banners kind of suck, dude? These banners are kind of suck. Like this one has Bedivere on it, and then, like Sigurd could be pretty good. Sigurd is pretty good, and I guess like Maeve is like pretty rare because a lot of the summer servants, especially the older ones, don't really come around that often. But if you're not a collector's person, this is like, oh joy, I can finally try to NP5 my Bedivere. Hooray! At least this one's fine because Arthur's not really good, but these guys aren't really. Well, I mean, Yugioh also got buffed. I guess this banner is fine now. Yeah, this banner's okay. This banner's fine. Although, Saber Giles on rate up is crazy, dude. It's absolutely insane. Eh. Come on, just give Gawain a buff, man. If you give him a buff, this banner would be crazy. This banner would be nuts. Throw Bedivere on there. This banner's not the worst, but that's because Mordred got buffed, you know? There's not really, like, a good one to go for Bedivere. Like, why can't Bedivere be on this banner? Siegfried's good. Okita's good. Why can't we have a home run? You can put Bedivere on this one and it'd be good, man. The fact that Bedivere's not on this one is absolutely criminal. Like, I saw that Saber Alter went on Raid-Up, and I was like, dude, no way. I can try to NP up my Salter. Dude, I swear Salter always comes back on, like, the most, like, turbo doo-doo banners you've ever seen. It is just the most big piece of garbage you've ever seen. Which was already rough because, like, originally, Salter wasn't very good before her buff. So it's like, oh man, I'm summoning on this turbo doo-doo banner, and it's like I'm not really I'm just doing this for collection. But now she's even better. Like now she's actually a good servant. And so it just makes it more rough. Just like, dude, let me get my Salter. Let me get my Salter in peace. Master Builder, apparently the fight is just a matter of how many servants you don't have. Oh, yeah. ORT is not that hard. ORT is actually pretty easy. You don't even need that many servants to really beat them up. I was supposed to go in more depth about that in today's video, but I accidentally deleted the original audio for it, so I had to re-record it, and I think I forgot to go over the ORT fight. You know, that happens. You know, I was like, you know what, alright, I gotta just try to get the video out anyway. I was like, I gotta try to get the video out. It was very annoying, because I think the video was originally like 17 minutes long, and now it's like 14, because I was like, bro, I don't know what I'm forgetting, but we'll just run through it. But ORT's not super hard. Like, I did it with my, like, 8-month-old JP account. I was running in there with, like, 3-star servants and below. Yeah, ORT's not super hard, though. So I already went through and I already claimed my guys. Pretty gassed about the fact that we can get all of the Valkyries now. That's pretty cool. Now, I haven't looked at any of their buffs, which I would like to do. Oh, yeah. Let me pull up Kichi's buff. Let me see what this does. Because Kichi is already a pretty solid servant. It wouldn't be that hard to make her better. You know, while I'm over here, let me get some background music. Get some background music. How about that? Because the last time we dual streamed, they snatched up my stream, man. They ate it. My ears. There we go. Give me some nice vibey music. Let me chill. Let me vibe. Let me vibe while I grind Fate. Okay, where's Kichi at? Let's see. So it's the second skill. Ooh, targetable battery goes from 20 to 30%. Star Weight's still a turn. Increases their crit damage by 30% for 3 turns. Hey, that's not bad. Hold on a minute. So Kichi can give me a 20% attack buff, a 20% NP gain buff, and a 30% battery? And she's free to play? Ooh. Ooh, hold on a minute. Hold on just a moment there. This is just like this. Wait, this is literally just baby Nero Bride. This is literally baby Nero Bride. They both give a 30% battery. It's just Nero Bride gives you like 45% NP gain and like a 40% attack buff. And Kichi gives you 20, 20, 30. But that's still not bad. That ain't bad. Okay, I see you, FGO. I see you. I see you on this one. That's pretty good. Somebody bet ORT with just 3 and 2-star servants, which is crazy. He's not that hard. I'm trying to tell you guys, he's not that hard. I think what happens is a lot of people are like, oh, dude, this guy's supposed to be like real strong in the lores. So he's going to be real strong in the game. And it's like, nah. That guy did not. They did not translate that. I mean, the most damage he's going to do is to your phone's frame rate. I'm going to tell you that right now. ORT versus your phone's frame rate? Nah, he'd win. He'd bully your phone's frame rate. Where is Kichi? Have I ever done? Am I blind? I am blind. I gotta go look for... You know, let me just pull up quick servants. 4-star, quick. Ichi, where are you at, man? There you are. What's wrong with me? Oh, I'm out of pages. Okay. Yeah, look, you can have a billion QP on your FGO account, but if you don't have any Sane Quartz, or not any Sane Quartz, but any materials, that doesn't really matter. Don't really matter if you don't have the mats, dude. Dude, I'm so happy. I can finally finish my, my Valkyrie over here. My Valkyrie was stuck at, like, level 60 over here for the longest time. Because I was so in on farming the summer event that I never got the last materials needed to ascend them. So they were just chilling at level 60. I'm guessing Don's are just there because you can't do that, Red? Yeah, I have to, oh, what's it called? I have to, like, bond her up or whatever. I just pulled Donzo on the JP account. Are we out of pure prisms? Bro, what is with this ominous loading? Bro, get me in. Thank you. 1 pure prism. That's my favorite. I love having 1 pure prism. That's my favorite. Well, you know what? I guess skill 3 is just gonna sit at 4. I guess it's just gonna sit there. Man, I'm not doing all the Valkyries. Why didn't the Valkyries get a buff, huh? Why didn't they get one? Why only Kichi? Look, I like Kichi, but where's the buff for my other servants, man? I feel scammed. Dude, I also love this buff, by the way. So you can do all the interludes for servants you don't own. And they're going to run all of them by the end of the year. So that means you should be able to get all of the, what's it called? The missions done for interludes, which is really cool. Where's Ongra's buff? My Ongra has his buff. We did that last year. Alright, where's Shangra, mind you? I forgot he's not listed. Show me by bond. Yeah, see? Ongra, mind you's done. We got him. We got him done. He's not as NP'd as the JP side of things, but, you know, he's done. End of service coming soon. No, they said that they're just not going to do main chapters anymore, but they still want to do side content. You actually have Bond 10 Angra. I mean, you have to get him to Bond 10 to do his interlude, and hey, that's Sankorts, man. I've been binging your videos for a while now. Keep up the great videos. Yes, sir. 2025, the daily videos are back. I don't want to say they're back, but I was definitely slacking at the end of the year. I was getting pretty busy. They allow you to just shortcut quests that drop mats on JP. Is it not on NA? Am I... No, it's not on NA yet. It's a quality of life thing that I think we got this last anniversary. Right? It was this last anniversary? Or was it New Year's? I know it's recent. It was like this last year we got it. Hopefully we get that early because that makes things a lot nicer. The only thing that I don't know, I don't think I've ever had it confirmed, is if, like, the order that they show you the quests is, like, the one with the highest drop rate and it moves down, or it's the most efficient one. I would assume it's the one with the highest drop rate first. Or it could just be, like, in story order. I had to watch the Vitra video 3 times to understand if I should upgrade mine. Got spooked. Nah, Vitra's good. She's not, like, fantastic, but, you know, she's good. She's solid. Okay, I was doing something with, what's her face? Yeah, with Ace. We've been goon maxing. we've been chefing some stuff up with Ace over here. If I had my own Oberon, this team setup would be so good. This team would be crazy if we had our own Oberon. The ORT fight has checkpoints. There's different lives, yeah. And then, like... Okay, to not spoil... We'll just say that there's, like, 3 different forms of ORT that you have to fight. I don't really get into the weeds of what they are for people that want to remain unspoiled. But, yeah, there's different versions. A little bit of that. A little bit of this. A little bit of that. What do we get to see that gives 20% Bond EXP on NA? I think that's New Year's. I think we get the Koyanskaya one, which gives it to animal characteristic servants. I believe that's New Year's. And then next is like the Gordolf one that's like lawful good. Then what? It's the caster one. And then it's the rider one, I think. I think those are the 4 we have. I might be missing one. Could be missing one. Everybody gets battery. Yoinkers. Now, unfortunately... unfortunately, I don't think we could fire the NP on the 3rd wave. But, hey, look, that's where Koyan Dark comes in, right? Yeah, Koyan Dark's gonna clear that 3rd wave. Dude, I love using Ace, dude. I love using her so much. And my love of Ace has caused me to love Koyan Dark just a little bit more. We've gone from 0% love for Koyan Dark to like 5%. Alright, we got a little bit. Just a slight amount, just a twinge of love for Koyan Dark. Yeah, this is what I mean. Bro, if we had just 10% more NP, look at this. Look at this. If we had 10% more, just a crumb of NP more, we could do it. It would be doable. Is there, look, am I forgetting somebody? Is there a guy, excuse me, that can give me 60% battery? Come on, man. Can I get a CE that lets me, you know, gives me like 10% NP every turn or something? Come on, man. Well, look, it works out. Koyan Dark's got it. Playing with his husband. Look, Morgan's my husband. Ace is when she was still the wife. That's why she's got the floppy hat. Hey, good job, Koyan Dark. You barely got it. But you know what? That's what we bring you around for. I was doing a mixed, like, Rider Assassin node, and, the other Koyen's NP actually came in clutch for that one. I was like, nice. But you see what I mean? If we had Oberon, holy moly. Just Chen Gong the Koyen. Chen can give her NP2. But yeah, but that's like 10%. We still need the 50. Gonna remove the Koyen afterwards too. Yeah, but we need Koyen Dark for the NP. She's our finisher. To be fair, we could always use Koyen Dark for the first NP, I think. No, she would... Koyen Dark, I think it has to be wave 2. I think we can do Ace for like 1 and 3. Which is probably better. I just hear it's not worth going for her because Cuckoo is almost better in every situation, but not this one. This is the one situation where I like Koyen Dark more. Because Koyen Dark gives overcharge. She's giving me that overcharge, and I need that. Well, I mean, I don't really, like, need it, but, you know. To be fair, I feel like Cuckoo would be better in this situation. I think Cuckoo would be better in this situation, actually. Would she? Hold on. Because without that... we don't have the 50% battery on turn 2. No, wait, we would, because Koyen Light would overcharge it. Would we still be missing out, though? I feel like we're still missing out. I like Koyen Dark as a crit DPS, especially with command codes. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really be bringing out my Koyen Dark for anything aside from this. This is where she's getting all of her use. This is where her value is really being shown. Maybe we could just use Oberon instead. Maybe we could try Oberon. Oberon plus Koyen Dark is 100%. Yeah, maybe it actually is Friend Oberon instead. You know, we'll try it out. We'll try it out. When do you think part 2 of Lost World 7 is going to come out? Probably this week. I would assume it comes out this week. Be a bit cringe if it didn't. Because they said part 3 is, what, middle of the month? So that gives them, like, this week for part 2, and then maybe, like, a week break, and then we get part 3, like, second to last week of the month. Although I think that's kind of crazy spacing. But then they could just do part 2 now. They could do Advanced Quest next week. And then part 3. Yeah, then look at this. Instead of plug shooting out for waiver, the double Koyen destruction. Why is the screen zoomed? Is it zoomed? Oh, it is zoomed a little bit. There we go. Tomorrow, part 2 jump scare? I would assume so. I would assume we'd get it tomorrow. Just personally kind of meh on Koyen in general. If you have her, like, fun... Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Koyen as a character, but she is needed to make all of my favorite servants work. Like, all of my favorite servants are Buster. So, unfortunately, I kind of have to make it work. But look at this bozo. No killing? That's crazy. Alright, Ace, blow this guy's balls up. Save the run. There we go. Give Koyen Dark a chance to redeem her light version. I'm half quick, a third arts, and remainder Buster. Well, I mean, because, like, Morgan's a Buster servant. Ace is a Buster servant. CL is a Buster servant. And I really like... See, I haven't read Tsukihime yet, but the new CL unit is really fun to use. The new Phantasmoon is also really fun to use. And she's Buster. I've become a huge Archetype Earth believer now that I have the NP2 on NA. So I'm kind of a believer. What quests are these? These are the rank ups for Kichihogan. Who got... Oh, yeah, I already read You may rent balls. What did he mean by that? What was he cooking with that one? Here, let's see if Oberon fixes it. Maybe this is what I'm supposed to be doing all along. And his wife, though, a mischievous one, but she came clutch in Lost Belt 7 Part 1. Look, I won't say anything, because there might be some people still reading. I don't want to spoil it for them, but... Look, she did get a costume, so you can infer something, you know? Gotta be able to infer something out of that. Okay, so we can still do this yoinky splinky, right? We can still do all this. And then I can do all the maths. Tell me what servant you have 120? Bro, Morgan. Obviously. I haven't 120'd anybody on JP because I don't really main JP. JP's like my side account. But if I could 120 anybody on JP, it probably would be Ace. It'd be Ace or Summer Ibuki, because they're both super clutch on this account. Or maybe Castori. I think Castori's like the first Bond 15 I have over here, so maybe her. Okay, let's see. So we would pop that. No, yeah, this works. Yeah, because we pop this. We'd pop that. Then we could plug it in a waiver. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Okay, so the move was always Oberon. Crazy. Alright, fellas. Blast this woman into oblivion. Let's get the, let's get the blowjob brothers in here. I'm here. Everyone's day is better now. Alright, time to end stream. Gen X got here. Wait a minute, that's not Velsaka. Summer Suzuka, Andromeda, Alice, Kashin, Lohai, Wangina being some quicks in the future that I have at least some interest in. Yeah, like, they're all, like, pretty good. Dude, I remember using Summer Suzuka initially, and I was like, I don't know, this servant's, like, okay, but I don't think they're, like, that goated. And then everyone just, like, lost their minds. Like, I can't believe you said this servant sucks. I'm like, hey, that's not what I said. That's not what I said. I didn't say she sucked. Everyone flipped out. They were like, dude, what do you mean she sucked? I'm like, I didn't say she sucked. I didn't say that. You know, conversely, we could always use Nido Chris Alter. Or we could use Archetype Earth for like a wave 1 clear in these setups, I guess. But I need Koyan Dark to get a little bit of love. Because when else am I going to use her? No, I don't think she's below average. This Dermot does damage, but how can you not like our wife? You see, that was the crazy thing, is that I was waiting for Summer Suzuka, so like I summoned because she was on the banner as well. I was like, dude, this banner is baller, dude. You get Castoria, you can get Suzuka. I wasn't too crazy about Chloe, but, you know, she is kind of sick, nasty, goated with the sauce. So I'm glad that I have her, but I still have yet to use Summer Chloe. I mean, especially once you have all the main supports in a game. I mean, how good they are. You can kind of, like... How good a servant is at base kind of falls off with your account, depending on what supports you have. And once you start to get, like, the really, really crack supports, then it's like... Alright, this servant might be mid, but I can kind of just force them to work. If you had Koyan Light, she'd do Dark Job. Yeah, I mean... But we don't have Koyan Light. That's the problem. You see, the problem is that we don't have Koyan Light. That's kind of the issue. So we're kind of having to manufacture a setup for her to work in. Get off my screen, man. You know what? I'm putting Ace at the beginning of the party, so I can always see my goddess. Although, that being said, I do really like this Ascension for Koyan Dark. If she was strutting around in this more often, whew. Wallahi, I'd be cooked, bro. I'd be finished. You're telling me she's a big demon rabbit lady? Oh my lordy. I can't wait to loop with Best Archer after I get Summer Chloe. Yeah, that is true. You can run around and start doing Rush farming. If that is your prerogative, you are legally allowed to do that. Does somebody have a better Bonzi? Yeah, give me this guy. There's a Gudako video of Passion Lip. Huh? What is bro yapping about? How dare you say mid means 7 out of 10? I remember everyone thinking Summer Chloe is a must-have as a support, but the party cost for force support is super limiting. Yeah, that's what I was thinking when she came out. I was like, dude, she's obviously really good. She's very strong, but it's in the same way that, like, you know, kind of holds Miss Crane back in a very similar vein. It's like, if we had more team costs, I think they'd be really crazy, but we have like 114. You can only do so much. I mean, you could always, like, substitute in, like, lower rarity CEs and stuff. But, like, come on, man. I want to use my Black Grail. What do I have this Black Grail for nothing? She and ZTL's wives doing a collab. True. True and real. Truth and nuke. Boom, do a little bit of that. Do a little bit of this. A little bit of that. Oh my lord, we're doing it. I just gotta get out of clicking the middle NP as a force of habit. Pay the cost for both CEs. I'm really hoping that's not the case. Like, that was the one thing I was worried about, was like, dude, so do I have to use both CE costs for Grand Servants? Because if you're gonna do that, like, that's fine if you raise our team cost. Come on, man. My friend has you added on NA, and after discussing your videos with them, I've been an avid follower of your YouTube. Super cool that I finally caught a stream. Well, I'm glad you're able to come out. And he won't have me added on NA for long. Because once the anniversary hits, that's when the purge begins. I should have to add people back from last Monday's stream. So I cleared off some people to make room for other people to, like, send in friend requests. And then I forgot to add people back. I forgot to add people back. I was like, whoops, my bad. Little oopsie on my part. Ain't gonna lie, I have no ideas of what's happening with JP right now. What do you mean what's happening with JP right now? I don't think there's anything like that crazy happening. Like, right now we just got another Evocation Festival, which is very long overdue. We've been wanting one of these for quite a while. Or I've been wanting one of these for a while. Free units. Technically, free QP as well. What anniversary purge? So we started this last anniversary. What I do during the FGO anniversaries is I go ahead and I remove all the people off my friends list. And then I add them all back. And then I add a bunch of, like, new people. That way, some people that have, like, not had the ability to get on the friends list. Because I'll every now and then, like, I'll dip out and I'll go be like, alright, let me go check, like, my friends list. And I'll be like, oh, okay, let's see who's logged in. And if I see somebody that hasn't logged in like, a couple of days, I'll be like, alright, let's boot that guy. And so every now and then, you know, we'll get, like, a couple people that can, like, come slide on in. Like, 6 days? You gotta go. 4 days? You gotta go. Come on, man. You gotta be as committed as I am. You gotta at least log in and use them apples. Get them out of here. Get these bums out of here. Yeah, 1 day is fine. 1 day is fine. The 7 Saber banners randomly appearing, is that connected to the Grand Servant thing? Yeah, in a way it is. They said that they wanted to bring back every servant that's had a rate up to 2024. So that way, if your favorite servant was like someone, like say you wanted to make Gilgamesh Grand Archer for your account, you would have an opportunity to roll for Gilgamesh. So they want to give people the chance to, like, be able to summon for all the different characters. The following thing is up now on NA, right? Where past part 1, you can use the people you follow. Yeah, I know it expires after a bit, yeah? Like, after you get past, I think it is past part 1, then... That's what I think. You can't follow people anymore. Mental note to double check that I'm there. Hope we get to slide in next time. Well, we'll probably go over to NA here in a little bit. After we do a little bit of goon maxing over here. We'll go over to NA and we'll probably add some people. We can always do that. Is Clay and Dark now better than Cuckoo? For this setup specifically, yes. For this setup specifically, she is better. The double overcharge, crazy. I think the new dog just peed in the living room. I can like I could hear them calling her a bad dog. On average, how long does it take to bond 10? Well, last lotto on JP, I farmed like 400 boxes, and I was able to get my Ibuki from 11 to 14. I got Morgan to bond 12. I think Melusine to 12. And then really late, I was starting some 4-star servant. Who was it? I don't remember. But I don't know. You like if you farm really hard in an event, you know, you invest like 100 apples or something. I would say that's like probably enough on like a decent quest, giving you like 1,000 bond. What does Ace's Overcharge do? Ace's Overcharge lowers the cooldown of her third skill, and the third skill, you know, as you just saw, gives the entire party 50% battery, just a smidge of NP damage and a guts. It's a little bit good. It's slightly okay. I'm so glad people are finally coming around to Ace, by the way. Because when she came out, I was like, this servant is bonkers. And then everyone was like, no, this servant sucks. And I was like, no, this servant's good. And then now people are like, wait a minute, this might be like one of the best servants that came out this year. This might be one of the craziest servants coming out. And I was like, I know, crazy. Ace with a maximum broken apex goes crazy. I don't think I have a maximum broken apex on either account. Okay. I hear the dog. Yeah, I brought his food in with me so he can eat while I'm streaming. Gotta let him run the stream for a while. No, he's super weird. We started buying him wet food so he could actually, you know, eat it. We bought him that so he'd actually eat his food because he's getting a little thin. That might also be because he's getting old. He's like 14. But he's like, he'll take a piece of his food, carry it over to the door, and then eat it, and then walk back and get another one. Wet food grosses me out. Wet food is really weird to me, because I'm like, bro, this looks like human food. It's just meat and, like, stuff. It's just stuff, dude. It's like, it really trips me out. I'm like, are they just giving them our scraps? What is this? Funnily enough, FGO doesn't have the worst pity system ever I've ever seen in a gacha game. Holy based. Thank you, George. Thank you, George, for coming out and giving me the bond. I need all the apples I can get. A Pen 5, plus there are a lot of servants that give party overcharge now, does make Ace look a lot better. Still on the fence if I want to summon for her. See, the thing is she's already really good whenever she came out, though. She's, like, really good with double Oberon. She was, like, pretty good with double Koyan. I just don't think people, like... I think people just saw that her third skill started on cooldown. And we're like, I can't fire the most insane skill you've ever seen immediately. Come on, man. It's like, okay, if you just use a little bit of work, it's fine. Like, I already think Ace was like an S tier servant. And then the most recent a pen skill thing, I think, just made her even better. Like, there were some servants, like Archetype Earth, that I think benefited a lot, because now what, you can loop her... you can loop her battery with Koyan, I believe. I think if you pop the battery turn 1, I think you can loop it with Koyan. So now you can use her in, like, normal setups. I think characters like that benefited a lot. I think people like Neurocaster benefited a lot as well, because now you can loop her third skill, which is, like, a huge attack buff. But then there are just some servants that were already eating that are just eating even more. Does Karen do good damage? At like NP1? I don't think she's like the craziest. When I was visiting family for Christmas and I fed my sister's dog a bunch of leftover ground meat from taco night and destroyed that in 30 seconds. What kind of dog is it? Who's your favorite FGO content creator? Me. Truthfully, I don't really watch that much other people's like FGO videos. If I'm watching YouTube, I'm probably watching some slop. I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably watching like some video talking about some random drama that I probably don't even care about. Or I'm watching something Yu-Gi-Oh related. An Australian Shepherd, his name is Max. More like maximum power, am I right? More like maximum overdrive. Do I think I could kill here if I actually just pop Oberon's third skill? Let's find out. I don't know if she will. I see Plushy, you and the guy that 120 Ongar. 120 Ongar that solos everything. What the... Detail Mist and Plushy? Yeah, I heard Mist does a lot of, already does a lot of summoning. Already gets shafted a lot. That's all I know about it. People will be like, yeah, that guy just got butt blasted on this most recent banner. I'm like, hey, my thoughts and feelings go out to that guy. As the biggest art coper, she benefited so much. She's one interlude or strengthening from being goated. Yeah, I think she's already really strong, but if they just gave her a little bit of more... I mean, you already have, like, one of the better servants in the game in Arc. It's kind of like asking for her to compete better with a bunch of the other S-tier servants. Just be like me and don't watch any other FGO YouTubers. Facts. Oh no, I don't want to say facts. If you want to watch other people, that's also fine. You can get a diverse array of opinions. Like Pyrocynical. Yeah, funny enough, I was watching one of his videos before I started stream. Oh no, you're a Farfa viewer? Nah. I think Farfa can have good moments. Like, I think the Cube series is really good. But I liked him better when he was doing, like, the Glasgow discussions. Now he's kind of a little too zoomery for me. Well, let's see. As far as, like, let's see for, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! I have, like, a very, like, diverse set of people that I watch. So I like to get different opinions on, like, just different types of content. So, like, I'll watch, like, Jesse. I'll watch Josh. And then I got, like, MBT for, like, jank stuff. And he's also getting better as well. But, like, I run a Yu-Gi-Oh! D&D, so, like, MBT's videos are also, like, really good at being like, okay, I want to play this, like, random deck in the D&D. I need someone that can tell me how to play it. It's like, well, you're not going to get this deck from any pro players because they probably have no idea what these cards do. Do the Pyrocynical meme? What, the inflation one? Or the, so guys, we finally did it. We've hit 250,000 subscribers. Those are the only two that come to mind. Or the, oh, actually, no, he recently had the one where, what, he mispronounces, like, rappers' names. I didn't even get it, but apparently he got ragged on for, which I thought is hilarious. Good that you haven't seen Team Sam. When I was first getting into Yu-Gi-Oh!, I was trying to find good decks to play. And I did run into a Team Sam video, but then quickly realized that I was being trolled. Because I went to my friend who was getting me into Yu-Gi-Oh! At the time a couple of years ago, and I was like, yeah, I'm about to take you out with the strongest deck in Yu-Gi-Oh! 100% win rate. And I was playing Ghost Rig. And funny enough, I did win the first game by deck out, but then I got slaughtered the other two. Personally, I like Distant Coder. I used to like Coder, but I don't know. It's just, you know, sometimes you just grow out of content. I feel like I kind of just grew out of it. I don't know. Sam and Triff worked for their YCS win. That is true. I do like Triff. I like Triff a lot. I'll just be in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Back when Orcus is good again. This year. This upcoming year, we should be getting good Orcus. They got a new Link one. Crazy. It is nut-bustingly good. Picked Master Duel back up, played the meta decks I made when the game drops. Just got blasted, uninstalled the game. Yeah, the thing is, if you want to play, like, really bad decks, you gotta be really good at them. Like, every now and then, I'll load up, like, Phantom Knights or something. Aww, we whiffed. But, like, I'll load up that deck, it's, like, not particularly good. Or, like, I played VW for a little bit. You know, now that VFD is banned. And I had a fun time playing that. But, like, you gotta at least know what you're doing. And I definitely don't know what I'm doing fully when it comes to something like VW. But you know what? I know more than my opponent, so I was able to beat him up. I've been really enjoying playing Labyrinth. I am also a Tenpai enjoyer, but that's because I can finish my missions really quickly. I could just load up, be like, alright, I'm gonna blow up your board and I'm gonna kill you. You best have the out. Funny enough, both of those decks lose to Ash. Both Tenpai and Labyrinth both can lose very hard to Ash, which I think is super funny. Doing all the rank ups on JP? Yes, sir. I need those Saint Quartz. My Stardust deck, I'm gonna rock with it till the day I die. To be fair, I mean, if you could do the math, not too bad. You could end on a bunch of stuff and things. Timo Engage's progression series is fun to watch. I saw somebody mention Doug as well. Yeah, like I started following Doug because I like the Saga series, and then I don't know, dude, progression. I don't know. Come on, man. I don't know. Progression is either like one of the week's highlights, or I'm like, that was the biggest piece of turbo doo-doo I've ever seen. Hey, what's the YouTube? Hey, I was reading that comment. The day I've lost to Sushi. Hey, look, you don't want to mess around with the Sushi players. They know what they're doing. They know their deck is bad, so that means they got to be good. This YouTube guy that occasionally comes to Twitch saw your cameo in, oh, yeah. He DM'd me, and he was like, you want to give me a prediction for what servant you think is going to come out for New Year's? And I'm like, oh, it's 100% going to be the boy, Richard. 100%. I had a friend I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh with after a bit. He started running 3 copies of Prohibition because he knew my deck. It wasn't good, but it was annoying. That's a little lame. That's a little lame. If your buddy's like, you're like, dude, we're just playing Yu-Gi-Oh like casually. Come on, man. What are you running Prohibition for? Thanks for the follow, my boy. Should I get Baldur's Gate or Wukong? I would personally get Baldur's Gate because then you can play with the boys in the Discord. Me and Lucky were actually talking about, like, once I finish a good guy playthrough so I can actually get a good ending, about doing a run. And he was like, all right, he's like, do you want to play Baldur's Gate? I was like, yeah, Lucky, we could do a run, but we need to get some other people. Have you cheated on Yu-Gi-Oh? No, I haven't. Well, okay, I've played a couple of games IRL, but I mostly play on, like, EDO and Master Duel. I have a couple of cards coming in the mail. Since now that I moved, I would like to start going in person and kind of practicing things. I don't know how to play the game. But, like, I do remember there was one time I was at Locals and I was playing Sword Soul. And, like, I did the 10U part of the combo, and I'm like, alright, I'm going to make Baron. And my opponent was like, you can't do that. And he's like, you're locked into Worms. And I was like, oh, dude, oh no. Oh, wallahi. But it was like one of those things where he was just like, that's alright. He's like, you're newer at the game, you know, that's fine. And he's like, just, you know, we can revert the game state back. So I don't think anything like serious. It's more just like learning how to still play the game. Only cheating in Yu-Gi-Oh! I've ever seen is people not knowing how effects interact. Yeah, that's true. That's the only reason I'm like really worried about going into like locals and stuff. Is I'm like, okay, how good is all my rulings? Because now I need to know how to like explain all this stuff. I have to know how this all works. You spelled Cyberstein, Megamorph, and Blue Eyes Ultimate wrong. Speed Road is the best deck I played the most in Yu-Gi-Oh! Speed Road is actually one of my like it's one of my nemesis decks. I don't really like lose to it, it just annoys me. I don't know why. I mean, like my buddy Lucky has a vendetta against Sky Striker. I'm like, no, Sky Striker's fun, dude. Going second Sky Striker? Load of fun. Just blow up your opponent's board, steal their stuff. Remember when my friend first got me into Master Duel, he played an old Blue Eyes deck, and I had a barely edited base deck. Turn 2, I'm staring down Blue Eyes, Chaos Max, and Twin Burst. I haven't cheated in the physical card game on purpose. It was just because the text was confusing, but the monster effect triggered. Yeah, I mean, because there's also, like, basic stuff that sometimes you have to explain to people where you're like... I remember it was a good, like, 6 months into the year, at my first year playing Yu-Gi-Oh! That I learned that if you destroy, like, a field spell or a continuous spell, it technically negates the effect because it has to stay on field to resolve. And I'm like, what a weird... That's so weird. But I'm like, okay, I get it if that's the rule. But I'm like, how was I supposed to infer that as a new player? I was like, what the heck? Damage step rulings are always a pain. That's also true. Except during the damage step. It's like, bro, why are there 7 phases of damage step? I made a deck infinite loop because of not knowing a ruling. Funny enough, we created an infinite loop without even knowing it in one of our D&D campaigns. There was a guy that was using Phantasme and then there was a guy that was playing like a Slifer Turbo deck. And so Slifer, basically, it blows up a monster that has 2,000 or less attack whenever it's summoned. But Phantasme, like whenever your opponent does something, special summons a token with 2,000 attack. So basically, the token would get summoned, Slifer would blow it up, so another token would get summoned, Slifer would blow it up, another token would get summoned, and then it just kept looping, and we were like, okay, what do we want to do here? Because we, how do we want to resolve this? Because we're like in the middle of a D&D session, we're like, we're like, I don't know, man. Yu-Gi-Oh! Rulers are so annoying. Yeah, I think when you're getting into it, it's really annoying. But it's one of those things like, it's almost like Pokemon typings, that once you learn your Pokemon typings, it just becomes second nature, right? You'll never forget your Pokemon typings. But when you're trying to learn them, and God forbid you're trying to learn every Pokemon's typing, dude, it is so annoying. Yeah, I definitely agree that, like, getting into Yu-Gi-Oh! Is super hard, but once you get into it, you just don't forget, you know? Didn't that literally happen with Yugi versus Merrick, the Slifer loop? Yeah, I think it was like, what was it, like Jam Breeding Machine or something? And Slifer. And we did this on accident, we were just having a duel. I still don't know what's super effective against poison Pokemon. Psychic and Ground. It looked like that was Slifer actually happened in the anime. Yeah. Funny enough, I think it was like 2 years ago, I went and I watched like every single Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime, because I never watched them as a kid. We weren't allowed. It was seen as the devil's media, so I wasn't allowed to interact with Yu-Gi-Oh! The only, let's see, the times I was able to kind of get into it was when I was like 15 or 16. I found like a Dino deck that like around that time, there was like a Team Sam video where he was like, oh my god, this deck is crazy. And so I bought it, and then I didn't understand what was happening because I couldn't understand Link monsters. And so I just kind of started collecting things. I think I started buying a lot of the movie packs from Dark Side of Dimensions. Because I did enjoy that movie. That was really cool. But then I was like, you know what, I'm going to go watch all these animes. And I was pleasantly surprised. Most of them were fairly good. Like, overall, like, we skipped all the filler in DM, so I think that's why I enjoyed it. It's, like, a little bit weird because I was already kind of playing the game at the time. So, like, when I was watching, like, say, the first art for Duel Monsters, and there's, like, really no rules, I was like, so how does that work? And my buddy Stellar was like, he's like, look, just ignore everything in Duelist Kingdom. There are no rules. Just ignore this. They're just making stuff up as they go along. I'm like, oh, okay. And then it's really rough because I like GX a lot. I think GX is super dope. But like the problem is there's just so much random filler smattered in all over the place. So much random just minutia. It's like, okay, we're getting into like the actual plot, and then randomly Jaden has to duel a monkey, and then this like sleepy guy, and I'm just sitting here just like, brother, can we get on with the plot? Please, I need the plot. Bro, give me more plot. I'm trying to watch the show. That's season 1. That is true. Once you get to like season... no, but see, that's not even true. Because during like the Yubel arc, it takes a while for things to get going. Like Sartorius, the Arcana Force guy, when that arc, I was really enjoying things. But then when their like school gets teleported to alternate dimension, there are a bunch of random, boring episodes. But the payoff is good. I enjoy the payoff. I think 5Ds was pretty consistently good. I think it kind of like crapped the bed at the very end. Like the Dark Signer arc, I think is really dope. I like the introduction of the Mech Lord arc. I think getting into that is really cool, but then, you know, it kind of just fails to pay off. Zexal might be my favorite series. That's also because I had the lowest expectations going into it, but then when I actually watched it, I was like, dude, this is super cool. I was like, dude, I love this series. This series is dope. I do think Yuma is really hard to get used to at the beginning, because I did not want to watch the series, because I was like, I hate this Yuma kid. And then somehow at the very end of the series, I'm like, dude, Yuma's the GOAT. That's the juice right there. That guy's goated. Arc 5 is probably my least favorite. I think Arc 5 had so much potential. I think it had so much potential, man. The ending, the beginning is a little slow, but then when we start going to like different dimensions and stuff, I'm like, okay, all right. It's kind of cool. This is kind of dope. I'm digging what we're putting down. And then like from the end of the synchro arc where like Yuya has to duel Jack Atlas, all downhill from there. Just the turd train, bro. Just dookie. Now I have heard from my friend Stellar when we were watching Arc 5, he was like, the manga for a lot of these series is way better. Like especially for Arc 5. He's like the Arc 5 manga is an absolute killer. It's insane. So I'm looking forward to reading that. Hey, what's up, buddy? Did you eat your food? Go eat your food, man. Go eat your food. Then what? It's Vrains. I like Vrains. I think Vrains is just like pretty consistently good for me. But that's also like by the time I really was kind of getting into playing the game, and so the fact that like Vrains has a lot of like technical play, and it's pretty much just focusing around like the dueling, I really enjoyed. I could definitely see how people wouldn't enjoy it, because I feel like the story definitely takes a back foot in that one, but I did like it. I do like Dark Side of Dimensions, but I don't really like what they do with Atem. Because, like, the whole point is that, like, Yugi's supposed to have, like, surpassed him. And then, like, Atem comes and has to save the day at the end. But I guess they kind of saved it, because it's like, well, technically, Atem doesn't do it in a dueling sense. He just uses weird Egyptian magic and beats the villain. So, technically, Yugi is still better. It's just, Atem has googly gaw magic. It's like, alright, okay. The Arc 5 manga ending is worse than the animes. There's just simply no way. Yeah, Kaiba. Yeah, dude, I love Kaiba so much. I love Kaiba. Kaiba's my guy. All of like the rival characters I think are like super dope. Like I really like Kaiba. I like Declan. I like Varus or Revolver, whatever you want to call him. I gotta remember that some people watch the sub and some people watch the dub. Reigns ever brought in all the infamous Master that shut down a ton of extra deck. Except for Zodiac, dude, that's hilarious. It's so funny. They were like, we want to slow the game down, but you know what? Let's give the really good decks Link 2s that still let them pop off. Crazy. Yeah, that is just your brain. We're talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! Rivals. Your brain is literally just you're just rotting. Yeah, dude, Joey makes me really sad. When I was watching DM, I was like, dude, I wish Joey was the protagonist, man. I wish that guy Joey was the protag. And then, like, Yugi was, like, his really strong, like, rival person. I feel like that would have been so good. Are you the guy who watched, like, 30 episodes in a day with speed up? Dude, I watched more than that. Yeah, I'm also a victim of the brain rot as well. Like, I could chew through, like, 30, 50 episodes in a day at, like, 1.5 to 2 times speed, just churning through things. Alka Fibrex was a mistake. No, you don't understand. I need it for my Blue Eyes deck. So I can make Baron and Blue Eyes. Surely that is the most anybody will ever use that card for. After watching stuff with you. Yeah. But now you become more efficient at watching shows, huh? Huh? I love that they brought back the OG Yu-Gi-Oh! Dubcast and had them redub the show closer to the original Japanese version. Hey, give the guys their guns back. None of this 4 kids pointing at people nonsense. What do you gotta make stinkies, buddy? Here, let me let my dog out. Kaiba jamming a gun with a game card. Hey, those cards are sturdy. Those are some sturdy cards, man. That's on Bonds Through Time or whatever it's called. I really enjoyed it. It really did feel like Atem had nothing to do in that movie, though. It really feel like they did not give him very much. Yeah, I really do feel like it was Yusei and Jaden kind of carrying the duel, and then Atem was there as like eye candy. They're like, look, it's the Yu-Gi-Oh guy. Also have all the female monsters uncensored. Yes, as a fellow Coomer now, I need them to make Dark Magician Girl's titties bigger. Merrick's goons were on Duelist Kingdom, actually, but Yugi's group never encountered them. Cap. I can't watch shows that fast and actually retain it. Look, get a better brain. I don't know, man. Get a better brain. I don't know. Upgrade your brain software. Very interesting team you have here. It's to enable Ace. Look, this is what you gotta do whenever you don't have your own Koyanskaya. You don't have your own Kobunsky. You're gonna need this. Yeah, I'm really excited for the Sky Striker one. I think it'll be good. Exactly, Ace the Ace. Watch her just absolutely butt blast this John Alter over here. This Jolter servant we've never heard of. It's not a team, it's a sequence of batteries and Ace. You could think of it that way, but aren't all teams just a sequence of batteries? Aren't all Buster teams just a sequence of firing batteries and giving charge? They will never let us have the AoE Jolter? Nah, trust. We're gonna get, like, Valentine's Jolter, and she's gonna be the AoE one. DTL evolve from 1 brain cell to 15. If it was to make Ace work, boy howdy, I'm gonna do it. If I gotta do it to make her work, then boy howdy, I'm gonna make it work. I'm gonna let my wife get in there. I'm but a battery. I'm but a mana battery for my servants. Lancer Jolter one day. Ooh, wait, hold on. He's cooking. Hold on, he's cooking. This is a pretty unique team for farming. Hey, look, when you do what having no Oberon or Koyanskaya does to somebody. But it is, I think it's kind of a chef, you know? At least he tells to try to play Duel Links. Nobody tell him that I have Duel Links on my phone right now. I'm playing DBS on my iPad, and I'm playing Duel Links on my phone. One of the things that I want to do this year is I want to go to like a doctor and be like, all right, tell me how much ADHD do I have? Like, how rotted is my brain? Nah, Jolter's a tsundere. She'd love to do Valentine's. Christmas Ushiwaka will save Quick, trust me. See, I don't think Quick needs saving. I think it's in a fine position. It just doesn't have the same ceiling as, like, Arts or Buster. But, like, they can do all the same things they can. It's just a little harder. And can I rot it more? Perhaps. Have you tried TCG Pocket? I have not. I've wanted to try it, though. Quick as the poor man's Arts. I mean... Not wrong. Not wrong. Can't stay glad you're back since I haven't seen your active good luck on the grind. What do you mean? What does he mean by this? Can you show how the rotation for the classes are in JP, by the way? Well, we only have... What is it? We have, like, Saber, Archer, and Ruler right now. You mean you want me to look at the news? We can look at the news. Random bonus node. Yeah, that's what Kollian is here for. Random 6 enemy node. Yeah, Kollian blew these guys' balls up. I used to play Duel Links, but the 5Ds update was too big on the device I was using at the time, so it was stuck in an endless crashing loop and I lost all my progress. You can try to play it on Steam on your laptop or PC. That's what I was doing for a little bit. Yeah, because my Duel Links account is a little bit newer. I'm currently summoning so I can play Dragon Maid or Tri-Brigade. I already bought the Xiao pack, so I'm ready to go. Ready to fire that bad boy up. But I have not been getting very lucky with the Chamber Dragon Maids. unfortunately. Ace, kill these guys. Ace is also, yeah, Ace is this year's anniversary servant. They can make they can make stars. Arts can't do that. Coping. That is true. When it comes to making stars, they are technically the best. Look, your face card farming, always peaking when when it comes to quick. Just don't bring up people like CL. She's not a real servant, trust me. Trust me. CL is not a real servant. So quick is still on top. I love Summer Morgan's second ascension more than any other Saberface skin, to be honest. I really like the floppy hat. I do like her second ascension. You know what? Just for you, little buddy, we'll put her in her second ascension. We'll get a little bit of diversity. Does Ace banner last with the Oberon banner? No, I think Oberon, no. No, yeah, I think she goes away by the time summer starts. If I remember correctly. No one tell that guy about Castergill. Yeah, she's not real. Castergill and his buff, not real. Dude, I heckin' love Ace, dude. And like, I don't know what it is, but her model just feels really good. Look at her hair, it's so fluffy. We love her around these parts. I'm rolling hard for Ace on NA. That's why I gotta start saving up my Sane course. I'm trying to NP5 that unit. UCL, what's a Tsukihime? It's not real. Exactly. Yeah, my bad. It's Mysterious Enforcer CL or whatever her name is. It's a random I'm coming after Beast Ereshkigal character. Yeah, I think Quick is really solid when it comes to boss fights. I mean, that's why like I'll still go to bat for Ruler Scotty or Caster Scotty. She's still really good when it comes to boss fights. The thing Saber was so used, they made Saber 2. Bro, we have too many Sabers. Actually, I'm not complaining, because when it comes to Fate Stay Night, I think they were cooking with Artoria. Or Altria, as they call her now. Nasu, I'm not calling her Altria. That's just not happening. What is he, stupid? I think I'm gonna, like, call her Altria. Crazy person. Can't wait for any players to click on Ace when they want Castoria. Yeah, I have done that more times than I would like to admit. You could definitely start to see Morgan in her second ascension. I mean, that is the point. She starts to become, like, more jaded. Very torn this year because I want Cuckoo, but I also want to save for Ace and Summer Castoria because my luck with Lost Spot 6 servants has been very bad compared to other servants. Summer Castoria is a really good pickup. Like, out of those three servants, I think the one you'll probably use the most might be Summer Castoria, because I use her a lot. Then again, I'm pretty much all invested into arts over here, but her having, like, 3 different power mods, that comes up. That comes up and is very useful. A Saber Morgan would go hard. Where's Morgan Lancer with Rongaminiad 2? See, that's what I want to see. Technically, Berserker Morgan already has Rongaminiad. All the things in her NP are Rongaminiad. Yeah, I will agree. This year is absolutely just washed. It's so crazy. Like, beginning of the year, you have Tets. You've got Cuckoo. Then you have Pope Joanna, who I really want because Trom was better than I expected. But it's a Higashide story. I'm always a big fan of Higashide's work. You got Takasugi, who I do want. I was like, I think I was the only person excited that White Day was Takasugi. Another ZTL prediction, by the way, that I got right. I was like, nah, I'm feeling Takasugi. Trust. Got Takasugi. Then you have Tiamat. You got Draco. Crazy. I mean, Kashin Koji, I think, is like really cute. Then you have Ace for the anniversary. Then you got Summer Castoria. Summer Melusine I can kind of pass on, but unfortunately Summer Melusine has Summer Bargist on her banner. Crazy. Juan Gina I could probably pass on. Tolmaias I could probably pass on. Even if I do think he's really cool. And then there's Kenshin at the very end. Ridiculous. And then we start the year off with Takadu. I gotta decide if I want Takadu or Ushigozen more. Nuts. Absolutely nutty. Insane. Andromeda I could skip on, though. I could skip on Andromeda. Thankfully, there's no new servant for White Day. I don't have to worry. I don't have to stress about that. Then we got Aoko. And Alice. Thankfully, okay. I think Alice is adorable, but like at the same time, I would prefer to get Aoko. Right? I want Aoko more. So I will be going on that banner. Who's the anniversary servant? Anniversary servant was oh, it was Beast Arashkigon. Oh boy. It's like Beast Arashkigon into CL, into Summer BB, into Kazura drop. See, I really like Lohai though. But Lohai's on every banner. I don't want to go for like a non-limited servant, but then again, look, surely NP2 Lohai couldn't hurt the wallet too much, right? Surely it doesn't bust the wallet too hard, right? Surely it's not that crazy. Paid chatter. Just wanted to stop in and say that I love the vids. Hey, thanks, man. I will keep up the good work as best as I can. I will be out here doing the Lord's work. I'm worried about 2026 in NA. Look, I think they're starting to get smart. They're figuring out what servants we like. They're learning. I'm passing on Summer Melusine because I've already got Summer Ibuki at NP1 and she's doing wonders for me. Yeah, I think Summer Melusine was definitely one of those servants that I think I personally overhyped a little bit. Not that she's bad or anything, but I do think she's not quite as crazy as I thought. The more I started using Ibuki, I was like, nah, I think Ibuki's better. But that 80% battery is nuts. I'm hyped for Locusta, Saika, and Sugitani. My boy has a type. The short stacks. Locusta is hilarious. I'm telling you guys, you're going to look at Locusta's kit and be like, man, this servant's mid. I don't want this servant. And they're going to read the event. You're like, this is the goated servant. You're going to be like, I love Locusta. This is my favorite character. Low-key, best character in the event? When can I summon you, Olga? That's classified information. How do people usually play JP server? So you either will go and get APK Pure, or you can also use like APK Combo. You just download the APK, and if you're on like Android or something... Thanks for the follow, my boy. But if you're on like Android, you can just download the APK, which is just, you know, if you're not like Technobabble, it's just the file that is the actual game itself. If you're on iOS, you have to swap your server to Japan, which usually means that you have to like put in like a fake address and phone number. But if you literally look up like JP iOS account, there's like, you go to like Reddit or something and find someone that's like, this is the fake account that I use. I think one person that I saw uses Studio Ghibli's address. He uses it for like all of his gacha stuff. So one or the other, then you just play it like normal. And then whenever there's an update, you go to the website that you got it on and you just update it. Or if you're on iOS, it should just update normally. Which is definitely easier than the APK stuff that we have on Android. Because sometimes these bozos don't be updating their games. And then I'm sitting over here being like, well, I would love to check out the new servant that just came out. But, game no update. In fact, that's how I lost the alt JP account. I tried to do an update, and it blew up my account. They were like, there was some suspicious data going on over here, and I was like, well, thank goodness it happened to the alt, not the main. Because look, I wouldn't mind starting over, but I would be very sad. Especially after farming a lotto and you have all these materials, I'd be very sad. Like, come on, man. Do you think Cuckoo is good, or have you changed your mind about her? Nah, Cuckoo Khan is she's nuts. She's crazy. She's crazy. I'm thinking of making a bad decision and using Summer Gareth as my Buster Saber for the memes. Look, if you like the character, by all means, pop off. I'm not gonna stop you. Don't let me stop you. Okay, can you take out a 66k rider? Please tell me you can. It must be soul-crushing to lose an account. It was the alt account. And to be fair, I wasn't playing it, like, that much. I should have probably been playing it more. And, like, I got it so that way, like, when a new servant came out, I could test them out on both versions. But it is annoying, because that's, like, minus 18 bucks. I was like, man, that's annoying. And I will miss the memes of people being like, where did ZTL get all of this money? And it's like, I bought the account. She could indeed not take out the Medusa. Medusa stronger than Ace the Savior? From the Oilers? I don't know about that. Alright, Coinskaya, pick up the slag. Coinsky is one of those characters they never buff. Or Kukulkan is one of those characters they never buff. Yeah. But they'll probably buff Cuckoo eventually. They could give her something simple, like, I don't know, they could give her like a guts or something. They could give her like a defensive buff that doesn't make her like any better for farming, but makes her better in CQs. You know? Like they did that this year for Ereshkigal. Like Ereshkigal didn't really need anything. But they were like, alright, now you're just better in CQs. You know, now you have the skill cooldown reduction. And okay, it did make her better in farming, to be fair. It did make her a better farmer. Because now you can what? You can loop her skills with Black Rail. That is true. I always forget about Medusa Saber dropping, and I also forget about Ordeal Call 1. Gives her an NP buff. Like, that would be really simple. Like, you just don't raise the damage, you just give her an upgrade. Is John's birthday today? Hell yeah, brother. Give my third wife her her birthday cake. Should I risk the Kukulkan with 1300 Saint Cords? I mean, do you want Kukulkan, or are you just summoning her because she's good? Because I'm not gonna lie, there are so many good servants coming out this year that if you didn't want to summon for her just for like meta reasons, you could just go for somebody else. Like, she's good, but, you know, if you don't want Kukulkan, if you'd rather get, like, Ace, or you'd rather get, like, one of the summer units, you could just save for them. Like, you can't really go wrong with a lot of the servants this year. I mean, Tiamat's also really good. Draco's really good. I wrote on the extra class banner. Would be fine with Kolyan Dart over on Orchida Altar, but I got BB. Yeah, what's wrong with BB? What do you mean you got BB, sad face? What's wrong with BB? 3 wives, so greedy. Well, then there's also Jalter, you know? BB slander, crazy. I'll show you a BB slander. I want Draco more. See, I think that's perfectly fine. I think a lot of people will, like, see everybody calling these servants crazy, and they're like, oh, this servant's nuts, this servant's ridiculous, but I like to remind people at the end of videos, be like, okay, at the end of the day, should you summon for this servant? And be like, yes or no, or if they're worth rolling for, but then being like, okay, but if you don't summon for this person, it's not like, my account is over, I can't play FGO anymore. The only characters that are like that are the supports. But that's because FGO is just one of those games that if you have the supports, you can do whatever you want. That's just kind of unfortunately the way it's built. Want to do anything quick related? Well, I mean, sure, you don't have to have the Scotties for that, but it'll certainly make your life a lot easier. Look, want to do something with Buster Servants? I am showing that you don't have to have your own Koyan Sky or Oberon, but man, my life would be a lot easier if I did have them. We can all agree it would be a heck of a lot easier. Just play Dragon Ball Legends when to skip characters for PvP. I did do that. I just summoned for characters I liked when I played Legends. And then I kind of just stopped playing. I got a little bit into PvP. I kind of enjoyed it. But then I was like, dude, I can't be playing all these gacha games. I gotta go outside or something, man. Only have Goat Baron and Koyan, so I'm locked into Buster. I mean, technically, if you have Oberon, you could also... You know, you could do... That's the thing with arts, is that you could still do art stuff. Right? Because of how like, low rarity a lot of the different art supports are. Like, you could still just do arts things with, like, Jufu, with Asclepius, with Paracelsus. If you can pull a Nero Bride, you can also use her. I mean, she's another limited servant, but, you know. I won't ask why you would have Nero Bride, but wouldn't have, like, Castoria for some reason. But, hey, you know what? Maybe, look, you could just be a huge Nero fan, which... Respectable. We do love Nero around here. But look, if you happen to have her, maybe you pulled her on a GSSR or something. Again, I don't know why you went on the Nero Bride GSSR instead of like the Castoria one or something, but you know, more power to you. I ain't gonna question your life decisions. Now I'm torn between summoning for Kukulkan or saving for Summer. Well, do you need... I'm trying to think. Do you need a... Like, do you need anything on your account, I guess? I guess we gotta answer that question first. But if you like have all the supports and everything, then you can kind of just go for whoever you want. But if your account is more limited, it might be better saving for Summer, just because, like, Summer Castoria is really good for that stuff. Chloe can help you out if you don't have, like, any of the meta support people. Melusine can kind of get through things on her own. Brother, what do you mean? What do you mean you're dodging for the turn? What do you mean you're wasting my time? Does Cuckoo need NP5? No, like, no servant needs you to NP5 them. The thing with, like, getting higher NP copies is it's just advised to go for, like, at least NP2 if it's going to be your main servant. Like, if it's, like, going to be the person you use for everything, it'll just make your life easier if you go for, like, an NP2. If you could just secure the extra copy. Because, like, for instance, I can do most of the 90 plus pluses over here on JP without Oberon and stuff. But it's certainly a heck of a lot easier if it, like, I could fit Ibuki into those, like, those nodes because she's NP2. But, like, see, I got Durga to do one of them. That was, like, very, like, face card reliant. It was the Tolmaius one. It was that event. It was like if I got like one or two of Durga's cards, she'd be able to do it because she could change all of her cards into the arts cards. And so then I could just guarantee like finish the guy off. Me with NP2 Scotty ready to take on the world. Hey, good luck, buddy. I'm only missing Summer Scotty, and I have been using NP1 Arjuna. Yeah, see? Like, you could kind of just get by with whoever at NP1. The more supports you have, the more easily you're able to get by with lower rarity servants. But also, the lower NP your servants are, the more reliant you're going to be on, like, power mods and stuff. Because you're really going to need to eke out that extra damage. I can't hold on to more than 100 Saint Quartz. That's a pretty real feeling. I feel like everybody in this chat can relate to that. Trying to hold on to more than 100 Saint Quartz at a time. Like, anytime my JP account gets to, like, 300 Saint Quartz, I'm like, well, I gotta spend on something. But see, now I'm kind of pigeonholed into saving because I know Koyan Sky is going to be coming back. I would really like to go for Koyan first over Oberon. That would be ideal for me. But if Oberon comes back first, then, you know, it is what it is. Most I've ever saved was 300. What is the most Saint Quartz I've saved? I don't know. What is the most amount of Saint Quartz I've just sat on? Probably like 330. I don't know if I've ever gotten above like 400. We'll say that. Yeah, one multi can't hurt is like the craziest statement, because then you're like, oh, all of my currency is gone. I see. Yeah. I think just doing random multis on this game is like really, really bad, super harsh. Especially when the rates are so low. And you didn't get her? That's crazy. I'm sorry, man. At least we now have the, the quote-unquote pity system, right? And if you save like 900 Saint Quartz, you're guaranteed to get somebody. So maybe if well, I'm definitely not going to have 900 Saint Quartz before anniversary. I was going to say, well, maybe if I have 900 pre-anniversary where I can guaranteed ace, maybe I'll do some summons on characters, but there ain't no way I'm going to have 900 Saint Quartz before she drops. I might get 900 by anniversary because of all the missions. Because, we always have like, oh, here's like 100 Saint Quartz because it's anniversary, and then we get all the missions for Advanced Quest. So it's like, maybe by then. But before? Yikers. Who saves 900 Saint Quartz? Look, people that want to guarantee their characters. People that are committed. The sunk cost of that free spin gets me every time. Yeah. Like, if I see that it's like, oh, if you do, like, 3 more single summons, you get an additional summon for free, I'm like, surely this means that I will guarantee get the servant on that free spin. That's a whole extra bonus. But then, like, when you realize it's just an additional 1% roll, like, wait a minute. I'm getting hoed. But I can't talk too much crap about it. Because I did get, like, a Morgan on that. I got a Melusine on that. I've gotten a Scotty, or not a Scotty, a Skahawk on the, on, like, a ticket. So I really can't rag on them too much. On my, the original account I was playing back in, like, early FGO, I got a Ku Alter and a Jean off, like, story banner tickets. Which is crazy, because out of any of the servants it could have been, those are, like, some of my favorite servants. Like, I still really like Jean to this day, and Ku Alter's still one of my favorite servants. He's just Fate Broly. He's just Fate Broly. Dope. 1% is pretty good odds. I don't know about that. You've been saving since the Super Bunyan event? Bro saw Super Bunyan and was like, nah, mid, I'm never summoning again. Isn't that crazy? That was before anniversary last year and you only have 1,300 Saint Quartz. You would think you would have more for saving for, like, almost close to a year. Or just get back-to-back SSRs with tickets like ZTLM did. Exactly. Or just summon better, Just be better at summoning. It's a certain skill at clicking the button. Have you considered that maybe you're not clicking the button correctly? You're not tapping the button correctly. Yeah, but can he beat Broly? I think so. I think he'd give him a bonk on the head. Call him a naughty, naughty boy. Like, you naughty, naughty boy. Or the word Broly, what are we talking about? We're talking about Ku Alter. Your math lucky skills are level 1? No, I'd math. Why is my skill at the casino so dog water lately? I will say FGO is the reason that, like, anytime, like, a friend will be like, hey, do you want to go to, like, this casino or anything? Be like, nah, man, I've seen my pulls on FGO. I know not to trust the casino. I know I'm going to get body bagged. Nah, man, I've played enough gacha games to know that this is a terrible idea. I've gotten bodied enough to know. So in a way, you know, FGO teaching life lessons. Teaching you to not gamble. I can't actually gamble because of FGO and Honkai's. What do you mean you can't gamble? Like, you're not allowed to? Please teach me the optimal button tap method. I'll teach you all the next time I summon. Which, who knows when that's going to be. Life lessons and waifus, the real lessons from FGO. And don't forget about husbandos. There's husbandos in this game for people. What's your favorite singularity on Lost Belt? My favorite singularity is Babylonia, followed like very closely by America. I do like America a lot. My favorite Lost Belts is 6, followed very closely by 5.1. I think 5.1 was... Like, I went in there with no expectations, then read it, and I was like, dude, this was crazy. I also, and this might get me a little crucified, but I do think, and this is not to say it's bad, I do think Lost Belt 6 is a little overrated. It wasn't quite as good as I was expecting it to be. Like, instead of it being like a 10 out of 10, it was like a 9 out of 10, you know? Still really good. But it wasn't quite as good as I was expecting to be. There was a lot of, like, just random dead spots that I was like, all right, let's get on with the plot there, buddy. Which, to be fair, it is a Nasu story, so there's a lot of, like, random yapping. There's a lot of, like, random yapping in bits that I'm like, I don't know if this really fits. Like, I don't know if this really is helping out the flow of the story. But again, not to say that it's bad, it's just, you know, not quite where I was expecting it to be. I was expecting it to be a little bit better, but that does make me think that, like, because Nasu was like, oh yeah, I rewrote it after playing a Yumi Neko, like, he read through Yumi Neko, and he was like, I decided to rewrite Lost Belt 6. I'm really glad he did, because he was like, the original script for Lost Belt 6 was like, alright, we go and we beat up evil Angie Morgan, and then we just win. I think that would have been, like, really boring. So we have, like, twist villains and stuff. Ah, it's Pete. That's the fate writing I come for. That's why I'm here. Lost Belt 5.1 felt like a movie, but Lost Belt 6 was epic too. That's why I say 5.1 followed, like, very closely by 6. I think I do enjoy 6 overall a little bit more, but it's, you know, 5.1 is not very far behind. Like, I think I did a story ranking for Patreon, which I might do more of those, but the patrons never tell me what they want. They're not like, hey, ZTL, could you do this? Look, they told me to do something, I'd do it. They just never ask. But I did a ranking over there, and I'm pretty sure they were in the same tier. It was like 7 and 5 or 6 and 5.1 were in the top tier by themselves. Then it was followed by, like, what's it followed by? Was it followed by like 5.2? And then like 2 probably. And it was like 3, 4, 1, something like that. Something along those lines. Lost Belt 3 makes me sad because that was Urabuchi writing that. Makes me very sad. Because that could have been very good. But unfortunately, he wrote a very, very short story. Like, come on, man. Where's the rest of the story, Urabuchi? And he's like, I wanted to do more, but I didn't want to yap for too long. I'm like, bro, 13 chapters is crazy. I'm gonna need more story than that, Urabuchi. Bro came up to his English assignment, right? He's writing his English paper. 10 pages required. Bro said I wrote it in 10, or in 5. And it's like, okay, this story's still very good, but I need more, alright? I need more. Urabuchi, you have to give me more than that. What was Lost World 3 again? China. That was the China story. It makes me really sad because Urobuchi also wanted to put a lot of that stuff in he wanted to put that in Phase Zero, but Nasu told him like, "No, we're trying not to. We're not going to be like that OP." He's like, "I don't want you to. I don't want these like crazy Shen guys running around." And he was like, "Fine, I'll just write my own Lost Belt then. Fine, I'll do it myself." It's like, okay, all right. Best girl, no. Yeah, sorry, best girl got butt blasted. Best girl got exploded. Sorry about that. Sorry, I had to blow up Morty. You can't just have the main boss say, "I solved Earth," and not elaborate exactly. Nasu was like, that's kind of, you know, because Stay Night and Zero were written at, like, around the same time. So, in one of the interviews, Nasu was like, Urobuchi, you're gonna mess up my whole story's flow, man. We can't have, like, these more, normal heroes running around where it's like, what's Herc's thing? He's got 13 lives. What's Kojiro? He's got the crazy sword slash. What's Ku? He's got the crazy follow you spear. You can't do that, and then, you know, you can't have me writing that. And then you're like, alright. God, man, but he's not a god, technically. And it's like, bro, what are you doing, bro? You can't do this. You're gonna ruin my flow, dude. I shall forever say Morgan kneecapped Mordred's growth. What do you mean by this? What if she was just trying to help out Mordred? She was like, look, if you get big titties, I don't know. Actually, I don't know where I'm going with this. I have no idea where I'm going with this. Because I'm like, man, I've seen the Rongo, the Lancer Mordred art. It was hard. So actually, you know, Morgan, that might not have been a cook. We might not have been cooking with that one. Morgan, she could have had Gigantamasaurus titties. Or, I mean, moderate sized ones, because Morgan doesn't have, like, the hugest titties. But, you know, Mordred could have been packing a little bit of heat, you know? She could have been packing a little bit. And then Morgan just said, nah, I'm not allowing that. Sorry, you're not allowed. America really on top today? I don't know about that. Calling out Skyhawk for teasing Ku and death move that doesn't kill. Oh, yeah. No, Gaybold kills people. I just don't know the last time Gaybold has actually worked. What did Artoria get the genetics for those anyway? Don't answer that question. Yeah, don't answer that question. He doesn't need to know. Look, he doesn't need to know. Don't tell him. He's still innocent. Look, we also know, because somebody's saying that she has Artoria's genetics. Look, we also know because of Lancer Artoria that if Artoria's growth wasn't stunted because of Avalon, Artoria'd be packing yams, dude. She'd be yoked up. You see Lancer Artoria? You see Ruler Artoria? Holy. Holy moly. Redonkulous. She is packing. Gaybolg has to fail so Ku doesn't solo the war. It's really funny. Like, you read any, like, interviews that, like, Nasu does, and it's like, Ku is the craziest servant you've ever seen. It's like, okay, but why does he die in, you know, every route in Fate Stay Night? You know, like, Stay Night, bro dies to Gil. Unlimited Blade Works, bro just dies in the burning building. Heaven's Feel, bro got taken out immediately. My man Nasu did not let him live for more than 5 seconds. 2 seconds into the thing. dies. Like, bro, come on, Nasu. Let my boy live. Look, that's why I firmly believe that Coup Alter and Caster Coup are part of the Coup Revival project. I think Nasu realizes, like, man, my boy Coup has just not been allowed to chef. Alright, let's have him fight Emiya with a stick. And then let's have him blow up Saber Alter. With Wicker Man. I'm convinced he was like, nah, man. I gotta let him get in there. I gotta let him blow her up. Doesn't Lancer hold off Gil for like a whole night one route? Yeah, they fight for half a day. Which is pretty good, and then Ku just like dies. I don't know what's up with that one. It's like, yeah, dude, he's winning, dude. He's holding him off, and then they're like, yeah, Ku, he just died eventually. He got by, I think it was Enkidu. I think they say that he got, like, snatched up by the Chains of Heaven, which is Enkidu. Which is unlucky. Simply don't get ensnared. Just do what Tiamat did, where Tiamat was like, nah, I don't think I'll be chained anymore, and just started walking. Look, just be Tiamat. Just be so big that you could just be like, yeah, these might be made to ensnare the deities, but, I don't really feel like it, actually. I don't really feel like it. Protection from arrows ain't gonna save bro from unlimited swords. Hey, it saved him for 12 hours. Saved him for a whole 12 hours. That's pretty good. That ain't bad. If only Diarmu didn't get done dirty. Yeah, Diarmu was doing really well until Kiritsugu shot his master in the in the legs. Said, yeah, your legs, they don't really work anymore, actually. Your legs, they don't work. Your legs is broken. Yeah, sorry, buddy. I'm gonna have to say no more legs for you, buddy. Look, they had to kill off Ku somehow. They were like, no more profession for bears from you, buddy. I don't know about that. I wish more masters operated like Kiritsugu did. I mean, that's how everybody was trying to act in Zero, but Kiritsugu was like the only guy that was actually running around and doing stuff. Everybody else was like, alright, what if I just scheme over here in the shadows? And Kiritsugu was like, man, screw that. I'm actually gonna do it. I'm gonna blow up this hotel. I don't care. I'm blowing it up. Hey, Kiritsugu, calm down. He's like, nah, I have no chill. I'm blowing it up. It's like such a funny shot, too. Because Kenneth is like, he'll have to get through this floor, and then this floor, and then that floor, and then this floor. And he's like, no one could possibly get through all my defenses. And then Salahu's like, what if he just blew it up? And he's like, excuse me? He's like, yeah, what if he just, like, blew the thing up? And he's like, well, who would possibly do that? Who would be so crazy as to just blow the entire thing up? Kiritsugu with the pipe bomb. See, look, I think Kiritsugu and Castoria would get along a lot. Castoria just makes pipe bombs. I'm gonna do it myself. Yeah, he got Saber and he was like, oh, so she's not gonna be like all weird and scummy? Alright, fine, I'll just do it myself then. He's like, Artoria, I don't think you're gonna beat this Diarmu guy. Alright, I'm just gonna kill their master. And Artoria's like, no, we were having such a good fight. He's like, yeah. Yap. Yeah, Fate Zero is my favorite Fate series, personally. Morgan Rungamini had that guy. Morgan, blow that guy up. Morgan, remove that guy from the census. It's literally the Jarvis meme. Jarvis, erase that family of 4. It is literally that bit. Yeah, Kiritsugu and Robin would work out really well. I think that would actually be a pretty killer one. I mean, we see that in Fate Extra. You have the sniper guy. We actually see, I think it's in the Fox Trail manga, that he used Robin to beat Siegfried. It's like, Siegfried, this unstoppable juggernaut. And he's like, alright, Robin Hood, shoot that guy in the back. Robin, shoot him in the back. Kill that guy. You've been playing Marvel Rivals? No, but I've been keeping up with the memes. I think the memes are very funny. The Wolverine ones are my favorite. I just love the ones where it's like Wolverine jumps and and then he just leaps off the map. I think those are hilarious. Especially if you have the Deadpool 3 scene insert where he's like leaping through the car. I think those are hilarious. Rival memes have been great. That is true. I don't know. Like, look. I could be playing some Marvel Rivals, but I'm not going to hold you. I'd rather play anything else. I know that my boy Lucky is playing it in ranked, so he's like extra sweaty about it. But I'm like, man, you always sound like you're about to have like a minor heart attack. And I know if I start enjoying the game, I'm also going to want to play ranked because I'm also super sweaty. So I'm like, man, I can't do that to myself. I can't have an heart attack at age 18. I'm too young to die of a heart attack. I'll play as Wolverine, get launched off the map, crash out. I'm too young to be crashing out. If you're solo queuing, it's rough. Yeah, I think that's what he's been doing it. I think that's how Lucky's been playing. He's been just doing it by himself. Crash out content. Look, I already feel like I'm gonna crash out whenever I have bad summons. But thankfully, the worst summons are all off stream. Like when I was going for low high, when I was grinding all day, every day, and I still didn't get low high, dude, I was so pissed. I was so mad. I'm like, dude, I have Bond 14 to my Ibuki. Look at this nonsense. Look at this nonsense. Melusine is Bond 11. Morgan got Bond 11. She's almost Bond 12. Ibuki got Bond 14. These are all servants I was bonding up just to get Sankwards. I wasn't even running like Lotto CEs anymore. I was running Bond CE stuff. I was just trying to farm Bond. And they were like, nah. No low high for you, buddy. Brother, I was ready for the crash out. I was ready. I was like, man, I'm gonna crash out. I'm gonna explode somebody. I'm gonna explode them. I almost had a crash out during the Oberon summons on NA. That is true. But that was because we just had those, like, really stinky poo-poo Koyanskaya summons where I had to go to pity. First character I've ever had to pity is absolutely crazy. That was nuts. I was like, dude, I hate you. From the Peruvian, I've seen children crash out. I feel like that's not as rare now that we're in the era of the TikTok and the YouTube Shorts and whatnot. I feel like you could easily see a bunch of people crash out nowadays. Start of the Koyan villain arc. That is true. From then on, I always say, like, keep that stinky freak away from me. Koyan and I are not friends. What the Sigma who got the buff? It was Kichi Hogan. And it's actually kind of nice. She's kind of like baby Nero Bride now. Because she can target a 30% battery. And then her third skill gives a 20% attack and 20% NP gain buff. So it's like kind of baby Nero Bride. Whereas like Nero Bride gives one person 45% NP gain, a 30% battery, and like a 40% attack buff. You haven't used Kichi the whole stream? I'm using the wife. Sorry, buddy. I like Kichi as much as the next guy, but compared to Ace, nah, she can suck it. Nah, man, I'm using Ace. The Valk's not getting the buff, crushing the Saint Court Dream. I wouldn't doubt that that's the reason they didn't do it, because they gave Mecha Ellie one. And it was like, oh, dude, you could do this one twice. That's cool. And then they were like, oh, hold on a minute. That might be too much Saint Quartz. All right, hold on a minute. The player base might be having too much fun, actually. And we can't be having that. Draco's coming in March or May. Should be like early April. Because the celebration starts off with a pre-release campaign. And the pre-release campaign brings Tiamat. Using Morgan. Smart. We smart. Morgan 3, anybody? I can't wait to make the Summer Valks my Grand Assassin on NA. Who's your Grand Assassin? Oh, I chose Kama. Oh, I took King Hassan. Me? I chose these hot blonde Valkyries in swimsuits. Morgan Avenger when? Bro, I will always take more Morgans. Look, if we can almost have an Artoria in every class, why can't I have a Morgan in every class? We got Caster, Berserker. Where's my Christmas Morgan, huh? Grand Huyon? See, I would really want to do Huyon. I'm really tempted. It's gonna be one of the two. But I have Tetz's Grand Assassin if I have him. You'll pull him, don't worry. I give you my blessing. I give you my blessing to pull the Tetz. You're actually just simply going to be better. I'd like Mordred 3. I would also like a Berserker Mordred or something. I think that'd be really cool. How many more of these things do I have? Dude, we've been doing so many of these. I need them cheeks. That's a pretty real statement. Draco is goated. I still think that Draco might be our most loyal servant after reading that event. Draco might be the greatest ride or die we've ever seen. It is absolutely ballistic. It's like, okay, I know that some of these servants would be like, oh, don't worry, Master of Chaldea, I love you so much. Nom, 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 nom. But like Draco, nah, Draco means it. Draco, excuse me, but Draco means it. She is 530,000% about it. When Draco says, nah, it's you and me, buddy, she meant it's you and me forever. There ain't no if, ands, or buts about it. There's no room for negotiation. I'm taking the Master of Chaldea. It's like, okay, alright. Draco's kinda crazy with it. As you would expect from a beast, to be fair. He's a beast. You know, let me go swap to NA real quick. I have to add those people. Because otherwise it'll be another stream where I forget to add the people back. And then I'll get called a fraud. And I can't be on fraud watch. That's just something that can't be allowed to happen. Lady Avalon Altar. You know, I'm surprised that Lady Avalon just isn't like Merlin Altar. What's the difference between this Merlin and the other one? This one's a lady. CTL a fraud? Never that. The fraudulent one? Oh, I'm not Sukuna. Oberon in a cold sweat? Look, Oberon can't be fraudulent because he was like... He's like, yeah, I know that I couldn't do my plan until everybody was beaten. It's like, okay, that's a guy that knows what lane he's in. He knows what lane he's in. He knows that, if he tries something with Morgan around, or with, like, if he tries something with Morgan... Shut up, me. Oh, what's his name? The dog. Woodwose. With Woodwose around, or Melusine Bull around, he's like, I gotta make sure all these guys are gone first. I just don't think he accounted for the fact that Melusine would be like, someone said they're stronger than me, and then would just wake back up as a dragon. I don't think he accounted for that. And to be fair, who would account for that? What am I farming on NA again? I forget. I'm farming for Huion, aren't I? Yeah. I'm doing her chain farming. Look, it's worth it. Wait, I'm done with... Wait, I don't... Do I need any more of the saber things? I have like 80 of them. I think I only need like 72 for the skill, so I think I'm good. So that means for the dailies, can I start collecting dust? Maybe. Here you go. Chains are one of the monthly materials, I believe. Yeah, but I want it now. I want it now. I need it now. All right, let's look at these guys. These people that are trying to request friendship from me. You can get 6 a day now. Yeah, but that's gonna take 5 days. And you know how long 5 days is? That's 5 days. That's almost a week. Hold on. We got a Morgan on the friends list. An NP2 Morgan on the friends list. We got a Scotty. Wait, what do you have on your supports? Money? I do love money. NP1 Jolter? I don't know, man. Ooh, but we have MHX? Ooh. What if you forget today, then it becomes longer? That is pretty real. Bro, this guy, can you tell that he loves Charlemagne? And he loves Morgan. That's my guy right there. NP2 Castoria, kind of based. Bro, he's just like me for real. He's got the double maximum broken black grails. Are they both leveled? They're probably both leveled. Mine aren't. Oh no, he's just like me. What are the main leveled? You know, just for being like me for real. Look at this. Yeah, look, we got one of them max leveled and this one level 18. But as you can see, look, I'm working. No, not that skills. As you can see, I'm working on it. All right, I'm working. We're working on the CE bombs. We'll get the second one leveled for whatever reason. Wait, this is the deleted one. I don't need this. I need to see the buddies, the boys. Nikkei isn't just a gooner shooter. Look, it is for me, because I haven't really been reading the story. I read, like, the first introductory chapter thing, and I'm like, I'll read the other stuff later. We got a whale on our hands, boys. This boy's got 4 120 servants. That's crazy. 5. How long has this guy been playing? We're on 6? Bro, he said, I love my servants. Oh, never mind. Oh, no, I'm the problem. Kill Palkia. Kill this dude, Zach. Kill Seda. I think that's Satyr. Die, Satyr. Kill Josh. 22 hours ago? Alright, you passed the 24 hours test. Alright, give me this whale guy. King? Oh, we'll see about that. We'll see about that. Oh, he's 120ing Morgan. That already passes the test. Grailing Herc. Kind of mid. But you know, you're grailing your Morgan. That's kind of a W. And you grailed your Jalter. We'd like to see that. NP5 Arc. As a newly awakened archetype Earth Gooner, I do like to see that. You know, there is no Morgan, but we do appreciate Etchon. I do also like Etchon. Doman Enjoyer is also pretty based. Oh, he does have Morgan. NP5 Morgan. He's not grailing Bussy? Crazy. Oh my god, is that the real Kirito from Sword Art Online? Grailing Morgan, Grailing Arc, Grailing Bazette, very cool. Grailing Melusine, we love to see that. You know, this is a unique one. I don't really see Atalanta get a whole lot of like respect, but you know what? I love to see it. Bro, he's sticking with his guns. He's got his Ushi up there. Or you gotta level up her skills, man. Come on, she's a 3-star. Come on, man. How you gonna be Kirito from Sword Art Online but not have skills? Arjuna bum altar? I'm sorry, buddy. Bum altar and no Morgan? I gotta deny your request. I'm sorry, buddy. Grailing Lancelot. Lancelot is my favorite Knight of the Round Table. Alright, we don't have Morgan. But we are grailing Castoria. Now, I do also see that we're grailing Bum Juno Altar over here, but I think I'm willing to overlook it this time. Because we are doing quite a few servants. We're just lightly grailing people. We're just putting like 2 levels in the people we like is what it looks like. Oh, I gotta count the L's and the W's. Okay, so Da Vinci, L. Melusine, W. Emiya, nah, I said L. Mordred, W. We're 2 for 2. Arjuna Altar, L. Herc, I'm gonna put that as an L. But Castoria, W. Lancelot, W. We're tied 4 for 4. You know what? I'll give him the up on this one. I'll give him the ups. A lot of God Juna slander around here. You mean Bum Juna Altar? You mean Bum Juna Altar? Look at this team name. Literally my first team name. For no other reason than just to spread slander. Look, is it slander if it's true? He is a bum. He's a bozo. Get the guy out of here. He's a bum. He's a bozo. He's a fraud. Get him out of here. He's a cretin. He's a lowlife. A god? Don't make me laugh. Arash stronger than Bum Juna. See, Genix gets it. But you know what Genix also gets? It's probably time for that Terry raid. What is he doing today? He is playing girls frontline. What are you doing, man? But this is where, for my YouTube guys, this is where I'm going to see you guys later. Twitch, I might see you guys tomorrow. I kind of want to stream some other stuff kind of on the side on Tuesdays and Thursdays on Twitch. But it kind of just depends on how, like, how up I am on the day. Because sometimes I'm like, nah, I want the free day. And then sometimes I'm like, you know, I could stream something. So we'll see. But Wednesday, guaranteed stream. Maybe Wednesday we'll start chipping into Lost Belt 7. Who knows? Or maybe I'll just get back to grinding. Who's to say? Well, YouTube guys, that's a sayonara. I'll see you guys in the morning with the YouTube video upload. My Twitch guys, it's time to go say hi to Terry.